What's going on, everybody?
Do we like this setup?
You like this?
We got a tripod.
We laughing because we had this tripod
Just in the
for
car.
like the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Just sitting in the car. And
Not once did we think,
did we say, you know what?
let's put the camera on the tripod, G. Anyway, welcome to another episode.
Yeah.
If you are new here, welcome. We've had some new people watch our videos,
Yep.
so love to have you. Please subscribe and give us a little thumbs up.
Yeah, buddy.
It is early in the morning and it is freezing.
Yeah. It is 9:23 in the morning, and we
it's
had a distillery.
negative 10 degrees Celsius. What's that in Fahrenheit? I don't know.
That's the hog out here,
Like
boy.
20 degrees. Anyway, but today we are not in Chicago. We are obviously still in Illinois. We are in Thornton, Illinois. And we learned about Thornton because one of our listeners reached out to us. He does these tours in Thornton at the oldest distillery, still standing distillery,
Right behind us.
in Illinois.
Here we go.
Thornton Distillery right
Yep.
here. It was founded in 1857. And it's been around since. It's now a fully functioning distillery. You can actually come out and check it out. We took the tour, but we didn't bring a camera to film it. We just wanted to experience
We were
the
just
tour.
kicking it.
Yeah, we
And-
were just like meeting him, and we had lunch, and we just took the tour, and we loved it so much. We were
Yeah.
like, would you be willing to show us around
Yeah.
Thornton? He actually does a ton of tours around this area in the South Cook County and southern Illinois, not southern Illinois. South suburbs of Chicago, basically.
Yeah, there you go.
And he's a teacher, so we love to support people that are doing great things for Illinois and teaching. So because we love to learn.
Yeah. So today we got a fun tour of this whole area because there's some crazy historical facts out here, and we can't wait to show you because you're gonna be as surprised as us. So
you're gonna love it. I know you're gonna love it because we went crazy. If I'm being honest.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
But Kevin, we're coming for you.
All right, so our tour guide is here. You want to introduce yourself?
Hey, Kevin from SouthCookExplore.
Yeah, buddy. And so this is who was reached out to us, and we came and did the tour the last time. We loved it. We didn't have the stuff. You heard about that. Now we got our equipment, and he's gonna take us on even more in-depth tour
Of the area.
So, Kevin, lead the
Tell
way.
us what the table of content for today looks like.
Cool. All right, so we're going to check out a few sites in Thornton, Illinois. We're going to check out the Potawatomi tree marker that is right next to the oldest standing brewery in Illinois. We're going to check out Wampum Lake and the Hoxie site. Sweet Woods, where a German POW camp was, and a couple of cemeteries with notable history.
I'm really excited to see the tree.
Yeah.
Because I've never you showed us the picture. I've seen the photo of it, but I'm excited to see what it actually looks like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
It's fun to see that one on its own.
And the tree is crazy because the tree points to the water that they found back in the day. They would bend the tree. You'll tell that
Kevin
history.
told us that.
Yeah, he told us that.
We
Yeah,
didn't know.
But that water is inside of the distillery, so that's why this is dope.
Let's go.
Let's get it.
Let's get to the tree.
Wow. Wow. It literally points to where the water is. That's crazy.
So this is the Potawatomi marker tree. This would have been right in between where a water source is, where the Thornton Distilling building is today, and directly east of us is where Hoxie site is, which was a notable site of 3 different tribes that lived for about 900 years.
Wow.
This tree was placed here to mark where a water source was. So trees were bent when they were saplings, and they could be easily shaped to provide an unnatural looking marker and say that there's something important here. So this tree was certainly not growing in this kind of a curve naturally. So this was used to point to say, yeah, this is where our water source is at.
And it literally points. Directly at it. That's so crazy.
Like because we know we were in there. Like we
I
know
saw the well.
Yeah, it points right there. That's nuts.
That's so cool. And are there a lot of them in the area, or?
There could be. This is the only one that I know of in the south suburbs. I think there's one on the northwest side, but that's about it.
Wow. So it's only a handful, if,
Yeah.
that we know of. That's
so
crazy.
cool.
And this is So the river that's right there, the little creek right there, obviously came later. I'm sure somebody in the comments gonna be like, "But there's a creek right there. How could they not know?"
Well, yeah, that was a way more active waterway, especially when it was deeper.
Mm.
So that takes you into the Little Calumet River. So that connects to a lot more waterways from here.
Wow.
Nuts. That's nuts.
Are we going to talk about the water, the well later, or do you want to talk about it here?
Yeah, we could do it when we go inside if you want.
Yeah, we could do. Yeah, let's talk about when we go
Yeah,
inside.
because I want you to talk about, you know, that map that you showed us of the old, like how the water looked, how the lake looked, and like all.
Oh
the,
yeah.
I want to talk
glacier
about that
map.
because that was really cool to see,
Okay.
and I didn't know. So we'll talk about it inside then.
Yeah, I'm with that.
Cool.
All right, off to our next spot, huh?
Next spot.
Okay.
All right. So tell us, where are we now? Where's our second stop?
We are at Wampum Lake, which has only been a lake for about 70 years. This was the result of I-80's construction right behind us.
Wow.
So this was not normally here in this spot, or why this area was so significant. This was a meeting spot for 3 different tribes that lived in the area. So the Council of Three Fires had evidence of living in this area for 900 years.
Oh wow.
It was also where John Hoxie had built his home in the 1880s or 1890s. His plan was to purchase as much land outside of Chicago as possible because he was assuming during the World's Fair nobody would want to smell Union stockyards.
Yeah,
So he
So we're gonna commute
anticipated
from here-
moving it all the way out here.
it's not a bad commute. I mean, back in the day,
No,
it's
on
probably
a buggy,
yeah. I'm sure it probably took forever. Yeah,
wherever.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
So what evidence like that we have that shows that the Council of Three Fires were here?
Tons of arrowheads for sure.
Mhm.
Thornton Historical Museum has hundreds of those in storage.
Oh wow.
There are also, I think, a couple spots that show maybe like a burn pit or a fire pit that used to exist.
Oh,
A
that's-
couple little structural
Wow.
spaces over here.
That's sick. How close are we to one?
I mean, I would think that it would be right at the edge of the parking lot where it ends over there, like right next to I-80.
Oh
Oh,
wow.
I mean, might have to take a look down there and see. That's pretty dope. So you were saying obviously this wasn't a. So what made them decide to fill it up with water? Like it just looked like a basin.
I guess. I mean, they dug out that hole and it's like, well, it's going to fill up, so might as well turn it into a recreational little lake here.
That's crazy.
It's a cute lake.
It is.
Very blue.
I mean, you got the glasses on.
No, I'm
Andy
looking
filters.
I'm looking like this over my glasses.
That's funny. You want to go look and see if we can find
I do.
the marker? Yeah,
I do.
I kind of want to see like if we can find the burn marks. They just look like pits.
Yeah, there was a couple pits, and I think that it was just like wood that had been obviously burnt hundreds of years before that was just sitting in that formation.
Yeah.
Oh.
So Thornton has
Step up, both of y'all.
Step closer, yeah.
I was
So-
on the screen.
Thornton has a ton of history, which I was really shocked to learn about on the tour. Honestly, I didn't think places outside of Chicago had history. No, I'm just kidding.
No, don't say that.
No. But I mean, like, there's actually a ton of indigenous history, but there's also a ton of like Illinois firsts that happened here, which is kinda
Yeah,
crazy.
this is one of the first established towns in northeastern Illinois. So
That's
between
wild.
here, Chicago, Blue Island, and Lamont, those are some of the oldest towns in the region.
Yeah, and that map that you showed us, we saw a map before that also showed where the water kind of like helped form the boundaries of these cities and towns in this area.
Yeah, this would have been underwater at one point. So the road that we came in on, that's Ridge Road, that would have been the former shoreline of that prehistoric Lake Chicago.
Wow.
So the water was all the way out here and then just retreated throughout a few different stages over 10, 15,000 years.
Holy cow.
Wow.
That's wait, 10 or 15,000?
Yeah, somewhere in that range.
Yeah, because that lake doesn't exist.
Yeah, I know.
anymore.
It's just crazy to hear that kind of history.
Yeah.
Like out here, like what?
So, and I remember when you were talking about Blue Island, you said that it was like you mentioned the reason why it was called Blue. I know this episode's not about Blue Island, but that was also like a
Part of the
cool
history.
story, right? Of
Yeah,
like,
as that water retreated, that was the first land that was visible. And the story was that they had seen, plants or flowers in the distance, and it made a blue color, so they called it Blue Island. And then as they stood on that hill and looked west towards Alsop, where it's a little bit hazier, they call it Hazel Green.
Really?
Wow.
That was the
I had
original name
no
of
clue.
that community.
Wow.
Had no clue about that.
We're actually doing the month of December. We're doing 30 names in 30 days.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like
That's
the name.
perfect.
The
Yeah,
name
yeah.
stories
The
are
name
always
game
so
works, yeah.
interesting. Yeah. Like what? And so why was it called Thornton? Why was that the name picked for this area?
I not from catching all the thorns that we got earlier, but I believe it was William Thornton was the commissioner of the I&M Canal, and as that was being constructed, that was right around the time that Thornton was established, so early 1830s.
Wow.
And how close are we to like Lockport? And
It's a little bit of a hike.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's a
Lockport's right next to Lamont, so
Yeah.
you'd have to get all the way
Yeah.
to
East.
through C5.
yeah.
so I'm like, how close? Well, I guess the I&M Canal is long, but the headquarters was there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, yeah, down in Lockport. But we are
Blue Island was connected to that too.
yeah.
So that was before CalSag was created. It was just Stony Creek. They used Stony Creek as a way to feed the I&M Canal because it wasn't a wet or natural waterway, so they had to
Right.
keep it wet and add water to it along the route. So before CalSag was a thing, that waterway was redirected into the canal, or into the I&M.
Oh.
The history is crazy. Let's go see if we can find those the markers, the burn markers. That's pretty cool.
During World War II, as German POWs were captured, they were brought here at Sweet Woods, just because of the significant German and Dutch populations in the area. It made sense to be able to have free labor as you're in the form of POWs
Yeah.
that speak the same language.
Yeah.
So this was a site that quite a few POWs were brought to, and I think after, or maybe before, I think it was a CCC camp at one point as well.
What's a CCC camp?
The civilian corps. So during the Great
Oh.
Depression, they were tasked with just creating projects and doing work.
Just busy work.
Yeah. So I think that they were out here as well, but yeah, the big one is a German POW site.
So now we are on a hunt in the woods to find it. Let's go.
We're in Glenwood Memory Garden South. There's plenty of cemeteries that are within a mile or two of where we're at, but one of the reasons that
Ominous
this
at
is
all.
one of the reasons that this one is unique or has a neat story to it is this entrance that we're standing in front of right here. This is considered one of the first racially integrated cemeteries in Chicagoland.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Oh, this is
So while
In
Glenwood,
all of Chicago? That's
it's
crazy.
definitely one of the first, if not the
Damn.
first.
wow.
There was, or at the time when this cemetery first opened, there weren't a lot of black residents between Thornton or Glenwood. But to make sure to have burials still here for residents that lived out of the city, they would take the train right behind us on the C and EI and arrive at a separate entrance that would be the train entrance.
Oh.
So when we came in, we took the route off of Thornton Glenwood Road for the locals, but this would have been for anyone that was commuting to a funeral from Chicago.
outside of
Wow.
Wow, so I can't. That's crazy that the train would literally just stop at
It
the
just stopped
back
right here.
entrance.
And so this was the entrance for
Yeah.
that. Wow. Unreal. And so where were the black are they integrated in, just mixed in
Yeah, I
here, or
don't
did
think
they
that
have a
there's.
section?
Yeah, I don't think it's separated.
Okay, gotcha.
As far
Okay.
as burials are here, but
I think
yeah, interesting.
integrated means not separated.
Yeah, right. I mean,
We still segregated once you got out here. But, sorry, we're not life or death. We're not cool with this. But
Ridiculous.
yeah, it's a neat little reminder of history that used to exist out here, and that cemeteries used to be a lot more segregated, and that was a pretty common
interesting.
practice for anywhere in the area.
It's crazy.
I wonder if like how much of that was reflected in the actual. You said there weren't a lot of Black residents, but for the ones that did live here, I wonder what that experience was like. That would be kind of curious.
That will be. You look that up, I'm sure.
Some of the grade schools were still teaching German until the 1930s, 1940s,
Right.
so it was very inclusive.
Yeah.
Mm.
Wow. Yeah, you don't see that a lot because they.
Or exclusive, pardon me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's crazy. Wow. There's another cemetery that you want to show us that got
Also has a bit of
got some history too.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the other side of Thornton here in just a moment and check out Mount Forest Cemetery.
Let's get it.
We are at Mount Forest Cemetery now. This is one of the other cemeteries in Thornton.
Literally like super close to the other one.
Yeah, not too far at all. It's an easy town to get around quickly.
Yeah.
This cemetery was opened in 1909 and closed in 1939, so it didn't have a very long period of time to be active, but it is a notable African American cemetery in the south suburbs. Possibly, I think maybe maybe Blue Islands might be one of the oldest.
Wow. And so this is closed off now. As you see, we can't,
Yeah.
authorized personnel right behind me, we can't get in. We were wondering, how do you get in if you want to visit a loved one? But,
There's only 5 locks on the.
I mean, yeah.
But I'm assuming if the last person that was buried here was buried in 1939, do they still have loved ones?
But also, it's Black. So they probably really, you know what I mean? Like you're just saying, probably
but,
not.
like,
Yeah, I know. I get the math behind it,
so
but like
long
also,
ago.
you locked up the Black church. I mean, the Black cemetery. That's kind of. We're gonna talk about that. All right. But you can see there's a few, like a kind of a lot.
There is.
And think about the ones that don't have the names,
Right.
like the ones that are just like buried, like just.
Well, I don't
Dug-
know that they would have.
They did that downtown.
For sure, they do it without having a marker. Not everyone can afford it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Right. And that's the thing. You got a number. You got a number
Yeah.
and whatever name they thought you might have been.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like so.
That's true.
Like that's what that is. So
That's wild.
I wish we could have gone.
Well,
It looks like it goes deep down.
Yeah.
I don't know if that just turns into forest preserve property over there or what that.
It looks like there's a second gate.
Yeah,
back
second
there.
gate. That's what it looks like. Damn it. I want to go in. We're not doing it. We're not going in.
All right, so we're ending the episode here at Thornton Distillery, which we absolutely love.
Oh my God. Food is fantastic.
Food is great. The drinks are lit.
Drinks are lit because your
Lit.
boy Little. That apple pie, when that I didn't
Apple
say
whiskey.
it. Ooh, that apple pie. Oh, God.
Solid.
Yes.
The hot chocolate one is new. We haven't had that one
Yeah,
yet. so
it's new.
that was absolutely
Yeah.
delicious. We love them. They're just so nice. And you
Fantastic.
can always take a tour here. Kevin gives the tours in the distillery, as we mentioned
Yeah,
before.
they down in the well, by the well right now.
We'll add his information in the description of this video so you can go and you can book your tour through there. All of the proceeds from that tour benefit the Thornton Historical Society. Come support a local business that is still making alcohol in the same spot that alcohol has been made for, I don't know.
1857.
Yeah. And yeah, if you like this video, please share it with someone you love, give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you next week. Peace.